What's up, guys? This is Jakob. I'm Content AI Manager and helping entrepreneurs around the world with their content strategy using AI for their content strategy, basically. Welcome to this workshop, webinar. You can call it how you want. So basically, I want to show coaches and speakers how they can leverage AI technology to streamline their processes for content creation. That's the main aim for today. So let me add my presentation, and then we can directly jump into the content. So transform your content creation with AI, a guide for coaches and speakers. Why coaches and speakers? I mean, I'm a speaker myself, so I'm on stages speaking about this topic of content AI, and I know many other speakers and also coaches. And the good thing is they are creating a lot of video content, which is amazing when you combine your skills being on stage and speaking with AI technology and leveraging AI to create social media content with these tools. And I'm going to show you how you can also do this. So just let me check if everything is fine. So you can comment and write into the chat if you have any questions. So I will just start. So I will give some inputs. You can ask anytime questions. So write it into the chat and I will answer them and make sure that you get all your questions answered. So why is Obi-Wan there? Because I'm a Star Wars geek. I'm a big Star Wars fan of the old movies, and I want to be this Obi-Wan for the content AI niche. So I want to be your mentor. I want to show you what is possible through AI, how you can transform your business, your life with these tools, because they save you a lot of time. When I first started with these tools, it was more accidentally that I bought one of them. Somebody pitched me. It was a bad pitch, and I said to myself, "Okay, I can use these tools myself better." And I bought my first writing assistant. So that was the way how I started. This was 2 years before ChatGPT was in the media. So 2 years before everybody is speaking now about ChatGPT, but 2 years before I already bought my first writing assistant and started with these tools. So I recognized very fast these tools save me a lot of time. So especially writing assistant, they can produce me blog articles, social media captions, and a lot of text-driven content. So that's basically GPT-4 technology, which is basically OpenAI. I mean, OpenAI is a lot in the media. What is OpenAI? Basically, it started as an NGO, and now it's some kind of monopoly for this whole AI industry, especially for text production. And what these tools are doing, or OpenAI is doing, is when you look for keywords, they are scanning basically the whole internet and looking what is already published about the topic that I'm searching for. This is what GPT-4 is doing in a very, very fast way and producing texts that are unique and based on your unique search. That's what an AI writing assistant is doing. But this is just one part. There are many other parts that you can speak about. And that's something that I'm also covering in my workshops and also in my book. So deepfake, for example. So deepfake software, which is 100% AI generated videos. So I can choose, like I'm doing my PowerPoint presentation, I can choose how should my avatar look like, how should the person that speaks to you should look like, a young person, an old person, which hair color should she or he have, so blonde or black hair. So you can choose all these details in deepfake software, and you can use it, especially interesting for tutorial kind of videos where you explain things. That's very interesting. I had one software company and they needed tutorials which explains the software basically, and deepfake is very good for this because you can create very fast a lot of video content, and it explains things. It's in the background there are things with that you can add your physical products or your consulting product services or whatever you want and put it in these presentations. So very, very powerful way to create a lot of video content. So I'm just checking if there are any comments so far. Okay. So audio production, you can produce with AI tools already podcasts. Like you're writing a Google Doc, you're writing the podcast, and then you can train tools like Descript. There are already more also on the market. You can train this tool with your own voice, and you can produce audios, podcasts with your trained voice. That's already possible. So the fourth area are video snippets. So this is something that I'm going to cover today. So if you're a vlogger or you are somebody who is creating your podcasts, for example, with Zoom and recording it, or you're a speaker who's on a regular basis going live and doing live broadcasting and interviewing people, then video snippet generation is super powerful. So you're uploading the videos, and then you can very easily create short snippets in the Gary Vee style. So that's already possible and very easy to do. And these tools can give you also transcripts, and also you can use it for social media captions and things like that. Image generation. So yeah, it started with DALL-E 2, which was in the media last year, 2022, and then it switched to ChatGPT. Image generation, so you can, based on prompts that you write, so prompts are the bridge between me as a user and the AI. So the language for the AI, it gives a comment to the AI, and it's a way to generate new pictures. You can just search for different prompts and use these prompts for your own image creation. That's also already possible. You can create images out of nothing. That's possible. Or you can use already existing material and upload it and change the pictures. But always remember that you own the copyright for these pictures that you upload. So these are the 5 areas. I call them the 5 territories of content AI. Writing assistant, so text production, deepfake software, so 100% AI produced videos, audio production, where you can train the AI tools with your own voice, video snippets, where you can upload your own videos and then create very easily video snippets and transcripts, and image generation, where you can create images for your own content strategy. These are the 5 areas. Okay, I hope this makes sense. Now let's continue. Okay, you can find also more details in my book, Content AI, Save Time, Money, and 10x Your Marketing Impact with AI. So I'm very proud of this cover, okay, because it shows the synergy between artificial intelligence on the right side and also human intelligence on the left side. So there's a lot going on within the media when it comes to AI will replace me, I'm going to be out of my job, and things like that. So there's a lot of emotions within when you look on these kind of articles, but I don't believe in this, honestly. So a quick story from my own background. So I started as a digital editor and worked for different publications, TV stations, newspaper, online magazine, print magazines. And then my career shifted a little bit into the area of content marketing manager. So I was in charge of podcasts, of monetization of the podcast, of social media strategy for Facebook, for LinkedIn. And then I started my own business and created all different kinds of video assets, blog article for my own clients. And then I get this pitch that I mentioned already by a German software company. And this was, like I said, a bad pitch. And this was the turning point for me where I said, okay, you know what, I will try this my own. And I realized I bought my first writing assistant and realized, okay, there are many more tools. I'm niching down in this area because it's worthwhile, because it saves me a lot of time. And then one day, a guy contacted me through LinkedIn and said, Jakob, I want to work with you more closely because you have an interesting profile. You are working with AI, and that's really interesting for us. This was a CEO of a big German company, and it was basically a consulting firm. And he contacted me. I never talked with him before, but he came to me and said, okay, I want to work with you. And I realized, okay, this niching down is worthwhile. and because I'm becoming the go-to person within my niche. And if you use AI in your industry, you are becoming the go-to person in your area, because AI and automation, it's worthwhile using these kind of tools because it saves a lot of time. So if you use these kind of tools, you will be the go-to person within your niche, within your company, and you will become the expert. Okay, so always make sure that you don't have to know all the tools, but you have to know the tools that are relevant for your niche. Okay, let's continue. A couple of things that are important when it comes to using AI. I already mentioned the replacement thing. So AI is a tool and not a human replacement. That's very important, and that's always something that I'm teaching when I'm speaking with people or giving my workshops, my full-day workshops. So it's a tool, and it will help you, like it's helping me, save time and also money for your company. That's the important thing. So always see it as a tool and not as a human replacement. So that's number one. And the second thing is people in training first, AI second. So your team members are the most important assets that you have. So it's important that you train them, that you cover the fears that they have, like replacement, and train them to use these tools. Because at the end, if you can have all the tools that are on the marketplace, but if your team is not using them, then they are not worthwhile. Then it's nothing. It's just not worth spending the money on tools when nobody is using them. So you have to train them. That's the second thing that I want to share with you. Second value that's important for me, and that I'm also teaching. Okay, let's continue. So a couple of basic rules when it comes to using these kind of AI tools. So AI generated content is always your first draft. So make sure that when you create content, it doesn't matter if it's text, video snippets, images, or whatever it is, it's always your first draft. That means that you always have to edit it, especially when it comes to text production, that you have to edit it and work on it and add something of your personality. So never just copy paste something from ChatGPT and then post it. Never. Always rework it, read it, and check it. That's very important. Second principle, which is more like from my journalistic background, so we have the 4I principle, which basically means when I'm creating a blog article, I'm giving it to a second person. Especially interesting for marketing teams. So make sure that somebody else is looking over the text and checking and reading it and giving feedback on it, so that you have a second opinion of the article or whatever you're producing. So the 4I principle. The third thing, fact checking is king. We are now living in a time where you can create endless amount of content, which is good and bad. It's good because it's much easier to create content for your promotions, to promote your product and your services, which is great. It's just fantastic. The bad thing is it's just super easy, especially when it comes to ChatGPT. Just copy paste everything and post it, but you have to make sure that you fact check everything. So in the journalistic background, it's called documentation. So you are checking everything, details, especially, for example, if names are mentioned, or when you say, okay, open ChatGPT, please create me a social media posting, then make sure that names or people's or locations and events in the back in the past, that you fact check these things. Are they true? Because like I said in the beginning, how is ChatGPT working, or any other writing tool? Basically, if you're typing in your keywords, and then ChatGPT is checking what is already published about this topic. If I'm, for example, writing the keywords AI, content marketing, content creation, video content, then ChatGPT is checking based on these keywords what is already published in the internet. So all blogs, also of course media publications, but also personal blogs and things like that. So everything that is out in the internet is checked, and based on that, ChatGPT is creating unique text based on this keyword research. But we all know that not everything that is published on the internet is true. So you have to make sure that it is true what ChatGPT is offering you. So always make sure that you check everything. And the fourth rule: add your personal story. So that's something that no AI writing tool can do it appropriate. So telling your own story, that's just not possible. Except you're celebrity and there is already press releases about you and your story and things like that. But you always make sure that you, for example, if you create a blog article, that you add one paragraph about yourself that you wrote yourself. So 100% written by yourself. So that should be also very important. That's also important that you add something that is unique for you. That's not, nobody wants a perfect blog article. We all want something from your personality. That's important. So make sure when you follow these 4 basic rules, so that you think as a first draft when you create AI generated content, the 4I principle, that somebody else from your team is looking over it, fact checking, that you check all the details and the facts within the text that you produce, and add some of your personal story. If you follow these 4 rules, I think you're doing already a good job, and you're safe already. Okay, good. Let me see. Good. Now I want to show you a video snippet generator that's very powerful, and it's called Pictory. And here's the link also. I'm just jumping into Pictory. Just give me a second. Good. So I'm sharing my whole screen. Okay, now let's see. Pictory AI. So what you can do with this tool is you can upload, for example, you create podcasts, or you have from one of your speaking gigs, you have the video material, the video asset, the recording, the Zoom call, whatever you have as a recording. Especially speakers, they oftentimes have a lot of video content already produced. You can upload these videos on Pictory, and then what you can do is, so this is an example, this is an interview that I made. I have my own live show, Content AI show, where I interview CEOs within the software space. And the cool thing is, so you can say, okay, there are 2 speakers, so me and also in this case Kate from Lately AI, which is another very good AI tool. But anyway, you get the whole transcript when you uploaded it, and also you can see where do I speak. So speaker 1, you can also, I think you can also name it. So you can say Jakob, and then speaker 2 is saving the changes. So everywhere where I'm speaking, it's now Jakob, and you can say here Kate. So you exactly know, okay, when do I speak, when is Kate speaking, and then based on that, you can say, okay, I want this paragraph. Kate is saying very important stuff, so I can just mark it and then say, okay, I want this as a highlight. That takes a little bit of time than normally. Okay, it saves the name. change. So add to highlights, or I can also directly download the video. So what happens? Come on, Victory, come on. So again, so now wow, what is happening? So come on, add to highlights. Here we go. Now it's highlighted, but I can also directly say, okay, I'm just marking it. So it's a little bit slower than normally. And then I can say, okay, I want to download the video. And then I got, so it takes a couple of times creating subtitles, video scenes, preparing for video generation, and then I can directly download the video from here. It's as an MP4. Okay, video generation is in progress. That's cool. So a couple of things also you can, yeah, here it's generating the video. Awesome. Now you can also remove filler words like as or ams, things like that. You can remove silence. I never used that one, but yeah, that's also possible. You can add the subtitles or say, okay, I want 2 lines or 1 line. That's also possible. 3 lines also. Yes. Yeah, that's basically what you can do with Pictory. You can also, based on blog articles, generate imagery, short campaign-like videos. That's also possible with Pictory, which is also a cool tool. And you don't, sometimes you even don't need the whole recording. You can also use YouTube links. That's also possible. So let me just show you. Now you can, yeah, for example, import video from various sources. So you can go here and you can upload the video here. You can just upload it here or drag and drop here, or you can use the YouTube link. That's also possible. And then select the language, English, English Australian, English British. Video generation is completed. So let me just show also German, Spanish, a lot of things. So let's see. Video saved under my projects. Just let's see what happened. So it generated me. So I already created a couple of snippets, I guess. Project file. Okay, went back. But that's something that you can reuse. It also gives you highlights, so it gives you suggestions that you can use as short snippets. you can check them, and it's getting better. So at the beginning, I was not very convinced, but it's getting better the more I'm using it. And you can directly click on that and say, well, yeah, I want that one and that one and and this one, or you can just choose yourself like I did from the transcript, basically. That's how you can use this tool. I think it's very powerful, and it creates a lot of video content in a very short of time. That's the beauty of it, and you can directly see. So what did we speak about, and which passage do I want as a video snippet? That's a very powerful way. Yes. So there's, for example, these arms and arms. You can remove these filler words. Let's see. Oh, they're gone. Magic of AI. Yeah. You can create the highlight, and then one thing, download all the highlight videos. That's so that you don't have to do it all the time. Mark 5, 6, 8 highlight passage, and then you can create with one click 8 snippets out of this conversation that you have. So that's basically Pictory. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So I started with Pictory when I had, especially when I created a lot of video content for my live broadcasting. So uploading it on a regular basis or using the YouTube link that worked very well for me, and using it for social media content strategy. That's how I used it, and still using it, and also using it for clients of me. So let's go back to the presentation. So yes, so Pictory, if you're interested, just let me know. If you need some help or ideas, I also have a discount for my account, so you can get also a special deal if you book it through me. So like I said at the beginning, so there are 5 areas. This was the video snippet generator that I mentioned. So record videos that I upload, and then it generates me transcripts and video snippets. That's one way how you can use AI with your content strategy, especially interesting for speakers and coaches who are producing already a lot of video content. So other area that I wanted to speak about is the writing assistant. So you have a lot of video snippets, but it's not like that you just upload the video snippet on LinkedIn or somewhere and then just hit the publish button. You need some text, right? So it's not like that you just publish the video snippet. So the text production, this is my first writing assistant that I bought back in mid 2021. And I'm still using this one, and it's called Writer. And I think it's a super powerful tool that you can use for creating content. Yes. So let me jump into the tool. Just give me a second. Okay, I had a couple of test folders already, so I want to walk you a little bit through how this thing works. So, and I am a big fan of writing assistants, and I always argue with people and say, well, it's better than ChatGPT. I mean, it's basically all OpenAI and GPT-3 or GPT-4. And the thing is, I like to structure my content in a way that makes sense for my own personal needs. And on ChatGPT, it's just, I mean, they are also changing things, and you can also organize your content. But what I like on this tool, on Writer, is that you can create folders like this here. You can create test 2, and then, for example, this is client number 2, and then you create a document, social captions, and then also another document, blog articles, and you can organize it like you want. And then 6 months later, if I want to revisit stuff or I'm editing things, I can just easily find the content that I already published weeks and months ago. So that's how I prefer to work, and that's the reason why I like Writer that much. So yeah, so that's the first thing that I want to show. So this how to organize things, and it's pretty easy here. So that's yeah, we can continue with blog articles because it's a cool way. So blog articles. So there are a couple of things that you see, and I tested 6 or 7 writing assistants, and they look different, but to some degree they have similar things that you can change. So one thing, of course, is the language. So there are different language models that you can choose from. I mean, Arabic, I never tested that one. So English, of course, German, so Italian, Japanese, Korean, Spanish, Turkish. So I use English mostly. I used a little bit also German, and obviously the English language model is the best so far. So when I started 2 years ago, when I created blog articles in German language, it was a little bit like, yeah, I don't know. I have to edit a lot of things, and now it's getting really good. But it makes sense because more and more people using OpenAI. It doesn't matter ChatGPT or other tools. More people are using the language models in different languages, so it's becoming automatically better. I hope that makes sense. So I use it in German. I use it a little bit in Turkish just to test. I had one person from Spain, and yesterday or a couple of days ago, I created also something in Spanish. But I mean, I can't speak Spanish. I have no idea. And she said, yeah, it looks good. It looks good, but I don't know any more details. So, but I guess no, I don't guess. I think the English language model is the best one. So the language thing is one variable that you can change. Then the tonality. So how should the blog article sound or the social media caption sound? So is it casual? Is it convincing? Is it critical? Enthusiastic? That's one that I choose a lot because it's like more my personality. And informative, inspirational, I also choose a lot of. Joyful, passionate, thoughtful, worried. So you can choose how should this sound, and let's pick to inspirational. And then the use case. That's an important one. So what kind of content do I want to create? So what is it that I want to? What is the result that I want to create at the end? So is it a blog idea? Do I need a brand name? So I had one client in one of my workshops. He looked for a name to name one of his events. What look for a new name. This is something that AI can do. Business idea pitches. So call to actions. That's also very powerful, especially for example for your website or for social media. So what should the person do at the end? Copywriting frameworks, like I mean, if you're within a marketing team, then you're familiar with the AIDA model. And you can create, based on the AIDA model, you can create copywriting, cover letter, you can produce emails, something like Facebook, Twitter, or LinkedIn ads. So the advertisement, they have a limited space. So how many characters and things like that. And you can easily create ads with that one, with the AI tool, job descriptions, landing page and website copies, post and caption ideas. That's also something that I'm often using. So creating social media captions for LinkedIn, for example. Product descriptions. So if you're an e-commerce, I have one e-commerce client, and he's also a speaker. So this, when you have physical products, this is interesting because that's very time consuming. If you have 10 products in different variables, for each product, creating product description, this can be very time consuming. Profile bio on, for example, LinkedIn. That's also something that many people skip. So that's something that you can create. Questions and answers, so Q&A, SEO meta description. So very time consuming. So I went back when I worked as a digital editor, I was also in charge of the back end of the website. So creating these kind of meta descriptions so that can Google index you and find you, that's super painful in my opinion, but also super important to do, because otherwise there's no index, the Google can't find you. So somebody has to do it, and using AI to save time with these kinds of works, that's amazing. Yeah. So song lyrics. So I made a couple of presentations for a music business school, which is based in Hamburg in Germany, and how musicians and music producers can use AI. And one of the things that I introduced was creating song lyrics with a writing assistant, which was also fun to do. Tag and headlines. So creating good headlines, very important. And also for YouTube, video channel descriptions, video ideas, video descriptions. So oftentimes, I know this from my own experience, I'm uploading the video on YouTube, on my YouTube channel, but don't get too much time for creating the text for the description for the video. And this is also great to use. So there are many ways how you can use writer for the content creation part. So we wanted to create a blog article. So let's focus on that one. So I can give some keywords. So for example, AI, and let's jump into so this is something more thoughtful, okay? AI and the replacement debate. Replacement, job killer, AI, artificial intelligence, out of job, question mark. Will I be replaced by AI? Okay, so number of variants just means how many, in this case, how many blog articles do I want? And oftentimes I choose 3, but 2 is also fine. And then let's see what happens. Okay. Will AI really lead to job loss, and what can you do about it? Sounds like a good headline. Introduction. What is AI and how is it transforming the workforce? So this is the headline. Okay. These are the sub-headlines. And each sub-headline has its own keywords. So that's how a basic blog article is structured. You have a headline, you have sub-headlines, and then the text is coming in a second. I will show how to do that one. But that's how Google is searching and also checking blog articles in the web. And then now I'm going to this first paragraph. I'm marking the keywords and also the sub-headline, and then clicking on paragraph. And now it created a paragraph. So artificial intelligence is transforming the way we work and live. It has become an integral part of many industries, from healthcare to finance. AI is used to automate mundane tasks, increase efficiency, and provide insights that would otherwise be too costly or time-consuming for humans to do. As AI continues to evolve, it will have a major impact on how we work and the types of jobs available in the future. In this article, we will explore what AI is and how it is transforming the workforce by replacing some human jobs with automated ones. We will also discuss whether or not AI can truly replace human workers and what implications this could have for our society. Sounds like a pretty good paragraph, in my opinion. So I'm continuing this and doing this also for the other paragraphs. And just deleting the keywords. Can you prepare yourself for an AI-driven future? Sounds like a good question. I like that. I like that one. What industries will be most vulnerable to automation? Love that one. Cool. I immediately want to read that one, honestly. Okay. Now, that's the easy part, I guess. So here's the second blog article, but I think that gives already a good expression what is possible. I mean, these are now how many words I created? So I guess altogether 600. Maybe these are 400 or something. 450, 55 words. Okay. So readability score 52, difficult to read. So this means, like I said, the work starts now. You have to check this article, and also change things and make sure that that represents your values. That is representing your company, adding maybe videos, pictures into the blog article, adding your personal brand story or your business brand story into the article, and at the end also giving a call to action. So I don't know, book a discovery call and let's have a conversation, something like that, where you speak with people. Or check out my new book where I'm speaking about the risks of AI for our society. You can decide what kind of call to action you want. You don't have to, but in my opinion, there should be always a direction where the content goes. So this could be an easy way to do it. Okay, I think that makes sense. So let me just check. So that's good. Yes, so that's how Writer works. So a very powerful tool in my opinion. There's also image generation part, but that's better. That's not really working well in my opinion. Forget that one. But the chat is very powerful. So let's see. Give me reasons why AI is risky. And just it's like having ChatGPT, but within the tool. That's cool. So they added this feature this year. So what are the risks of AI? Biased decision making, yeah. Lack of transparency, yes. Security vulnerabilities, job displacement. So, and I can just copy to the document so to work on it. So let's see. Job displacement through AI. Is it a real fear for human workers? Yes, job displacement through AI is a real fear for human workers. As AI technology advances, it has the potential to automate certain tasks and replace human workers in certain industries. Jobs that require repetitive tasks or manual labor are particularly vulnerable to automation. However, it's important to note that while AI may replace some jobs, it may also create new job opportunities in fields such as data science, AI development, and machine learning. Additionally, AI can enhance human productivity and improve job satisfaction by taking over mundane and repetitive tasks, allowing humans to focus on more creative and strategic work. So, for example, can you give me a statistic? This? According to a report by the World Economic Forum, it's estimated that by 2025, automation and AI technology could displace around 85 million jobs across various industries in medium and large business worldwide. However, the report also states that AI and automation could create around 97 million new jobs, particularly in fields such as data analysis, AI development, and cybersecurity. Okay, that's now the job would be, okay, is this true? Fact checking. So the World Economic Forum, I mean, this is a bold statement. Is there really this kind of study? Where does the AI get this? So that would be my job. So I would never just copy paste this and then publish it. So you have to make sure that the sources are fine, so to say, and check it. Okay. So that's also the chat function. I think it's super. It's super for creating especially text productions. Okay, here we go. Awesome. So that was the two tools that you can use. So Pictory for creating the video snippets, for creating short amount of snippets out of talks that you gave or presentations that you gave, and also Writer, which is a writing assistant, to create the captions, to create the blog articles where you can include the video snippets into it. So that's basically how I'm also creating content for clients. So clients are coming to me and saying, okay, I have these 25, 20 or 30 videos on YouTube, or I can give you the Google Drive file, the link to the Google Drive where all these videos are. And can you create me a content plan? Can you create me blog articles? And yeah, would love to do that. So if this sounds like one of your needs, then maybe we should have a conversation. So these are the two tools. Now I want to go, that was very tactical, something also strategic that I want to share with you, because there's also a lot of risks discussion when it comes to AI. So I want to make sure that I also prepare yourself for what is coming. And what is coming is the AI Act, which is especially interesting or relevant for people who are living in Europe or having clients in Europe. That's very important. So basically the AI Act, it's still evolving, but yeah, we will see at the end of 2023, I guess, there will be some kind of legal obligation. But what is the AI Act? So the AI Act is a presentation in itself, but basically what the AI Act is doing is making AI systems transparent for users. So for all the people out there who are consuming and buying, just to make sure that they are familiar with that there is an AI involved in the chatbot, in the content creation part, or in the autonomous driving part. So there are basically 4 levels of risks that are involved with AI. So there's unacceptable risk within AI systems. There's high risk. There's some risk, and there's minimal or no risks involved when it comes to AI systems. So these risks, so how do you define risks? So basically when there's potential that humans are going to be hurt, or that some kind of violation for humans are involved, based on these levels, they are choosing which AI system is risky or not. So for example, autonomous driving or social scoring, they have very high risks. And this is an area where the regulations are very high. Things like content, it's low or no risks, basically. There are some risks with deepfake, and I'm going to speak about that one. But for example, some risks also with bots, higher risks when it comes to recruitment. So there are examples of how companies get lawsuits because they use AI systems for recruitment. So that's, there are also already a couple of use cases. But when it comes to content creation part, there is limited or low risks. So when it comes to deepfake, so the AI Act is saying, okay, apply labels to deepfakes or other manipulated content. So deepfakes, basically, when it comes to 100% generated content, there is this fear that people are misusing deepfake for publishing fake news, basically. So that's the fear. And in order to make sure that people are aware of this fact that this is AI generated, you have to label deepfake videos. So that's the basic idea. And all you have to know. So I'm always asking, so is it relevant for me? So yes, you should be aware of this. Maybe it's not relevant now because you don't use deepfake, but maybe in the future. So you have to some degree, make sure that you label the deepfake produced videos that you create. So some recommendations that I'm always giving. So a code of conduct on your website. So define, like I did in the beginning, the values, the norms that are important for you, why you are doing the things, and make sure that people can find it on your website, a code of conduct where how you use AI technology for your own services and products. Use a hashtag. So choose yourself a hashtag like AI produced or GPT-4 produced or deepfake generated when it comes to when you publish social media postings. So it should be when somebody is coming and saying, okay, where do you use AI and where don't? You should say, okay, look on my social media channels and everywhere where you can use or see deepfake generated, that's AI generated basically. Okay. Another thing is also next to your code of conduct, also make sure that you mention the AI tools on your website. So which AI tool, like Pictory AI and Writer. These are the two AI tools that I'm using. I'm using Pictory AI to create video snippets out of generated Zoom calls. Writer, I'm using Writer for generating blog articles for my website and also for social media captions on my LinkedIn and Facebook channel. That's it basically. Just mention the AI tools that you're using and also what are you using it for, and you're fine. I'm just saying, so it's a long-term game. So if you don't follow these kind of rules, then there are also punishments. They are not active directly, but there's also this time frame that you within the European Union, it's from 2023 until 2025. So there's this period of transition where you have time to execute these kind of things. But just make sure that I just want to give you, I always share this with clients and with people that I'm working with, that you get this and it's easy to do, but it's also easy not to do. So make sure that you do it. Okay, that's what I want to share. So I will also give workshops and speaking gigs. So I'm going to marketing teams. I'm doing this offline and online. On the left side, you can see a marketing team of an NGO that I worked with. So I went there, I gave them the tools, they created content themselves, and we're super excited. At the beginning, it was like, yeah, I don't know, these AI tools and things like that. But at the end, they were super happy. And also speaking gigs, and where I present things like deepfake, that's also something that I'm doing offline and online. So if this is interesting, just let me know. We can have a conversation. A couple of clients that I worked with. So John Lawson, I mentioned him already. So he's the e-commerce guy that I mentioned. So he's also a professional speaker, so an international speaker. He's from the US, was in Japan for speaking gigs and all over the world. And he had many videos, and I took these videos and created a content plan for him. And he said, yeah, I got the money back within 30 days. So that was a cool experience. So he gave me all his video material, and I created this content plan for the next 2 or 3 months for his channels, and he posted that, and that was a great experience. So another person, so Nele is also from this NGO that I mentioned. So I trained her team. So she came there, and we brainstormed how AI can help their processes and their workflows within the team. So the person who wrote press releases was also on this workshop, and she was amazed how easy she can now create press releases in the future. So these are 2 examples how AI can change your workflow and your business and transform your business in a very positive way. So if this sounds interesting, just mail me or just chat with me on LinkedIn. Would love to have a free discovery call. So just to find out where your needs, your personal needs, the needs for your business. It's a complete free call that we can arrange and just speak about how AI can improve your business and transform it into the next level. Yes. So this is the Tidy Call. This is my booking tool where you can just follow the link and look where are free slots and book a call. or you can chat with me on LinkedIn first, and then we can arrange something. So yes, I hope this makes sense. Okay, that was my presentation basically. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Other than that, thanks for watching. It was a pleasure to giving value and sharing my stories, my examples, and also some of the tools that I'm using. I hope this inspires you also to use these tools, because at the end of the day, it's a tool, like I said at the beginning. It's a tool that enables you to save time and money for your own business and brings you to the next level. I think in the next months and years that are coming, there will be much more use cases where AI enables teams and businesses to be more efficient, give them freedom to do the things that they want. And I'm here to help you. I'm here to, like I said in the beginning, I'm the Obi-Wan Kenobi. I want to be the Obi-Wan Kenobi of this niche of the content AI space. So would love to serve you and help you, and hopefully to hear from you soon. Thanks for watching, and see you. Bye-bye.